Look how they massacred my boy. By that I mean Newcastle. Look what they've done to this club. This once great club. I mean, last season. They brought in Eric Ten Hag. And that's fine, I guess. That's great. But look at the transfer history, right? They sold Callum Wilson to Tottenham. I know it's 31, so it's probably a good deal. They sold Leon Bailey to Barcelona for £81 million. I don't even think that was his release clause. They got rid of Lincoln. The Lincoln project's gone well. They got rid of Christopher Ayer. Captain Christopher, I brought in. They got him £5 million. And then they spent £49 million on Alex Iwobi. What do you do? Will Smallbone. Sorry. This is Will Smallbone. They spent £23 million on Will Smallbone. He scored 1 goal in 4. What is going on here? Oh, I can't look at it. I'm outraged. But I can't look at it. What you can look at, though, is these graphics that obviously show the journey that I forgot to put up at the end of last season or the start of this season. So here they are, followed by the intro. I will love it if we beat them. Love it. Yes, so we're back here at Lyon. We're stopping looking at Newcastle because it was just a brief update on what they've done. Other things to note today: wearing a hat. It's a bit cold, and I'm recording this in the hope that the builders next door do not return at any time because otherwise there'll be so much noise. Let's look at the football though. We're second after 7 games with a game in hand. Paris Saint-Germain have won the league. They've conceded 2 goals in 8 games and scored 24. They've won all 24. They've won all 24. They haven't won 24 games. We're not there yet. They've won 8 games out of 8, including obviously against us. So that's irritating. But all we have to do, like we said, to the board is Champions League place. If we just keep relatively close to Paris Saint-Germain, then if they do slip up later in the season, we can take advantage of it. I think they're in the Champions League, so I mean they've got so many good players. I don't think it matters for them. I mean, look at this team, filled to the brim with players like Wanderson, who's actually pretty poor. I don't know why they've got Wanderson. Either way, yeah, they are in the Champions League. They've got Celtic, Liverpool, and Bologna in their group. They've won everything. Oh my word! They've just it's just green. But they didn't live the Verratti testimonial. Oh, I didn't know that. The only match they haven't won was a testimonial for Verratti, who's now playing for Real Madrid. Of course he is. Why would anything happen like that? How have we got to the point where we're second? Well, since we met in the first episode where we lost 3-0 to Paris Saint-Germain, we met the squad. We bounced back with wins against Bordeaux, Angers, Monaco, a draw against Nims, which we threw away a 2-goal lead after half-time, because I said, you're doing great, lads, rather than don't get complacent. I learnt my lesson, never tell them they're doing well. Strasbourg we then beat 5-0 after I told them not to get complacent. And Rennes we beat 2-0 away most recently. So since we lost to Paris Saint-Germain, we haven't been beaten again. And as you can see, there's still a lot of the season to go. I told we'd meet back in a bit, but I decided that October, let's do an October episode. Amiens and Lille today are the teams that will be playing. Well, in terms of the tactic as well, have we changed anything? Yes. Oh, wait, I forgot to introduce Kasper Dolberg. I signed Kasper Dolberg. Yeah, there was more transfers since we last met as well. Who else left? Did anybody else leave? Oh my goodness, look at this, just a mess. I've sent so many players out on loan, including a lot of the ones that I bought in. So many loans. We're a loan farm. We're Chelsea. We're the Chelsea of the league. Sorry, except without the money. That's the PSG. They're the Chelsea of the league with the money. So ignore that, what I just said. Yeah, there was this guy here before, Lasse Simon. I got him on a free as well, in case you're wondering. Here's a youth prospect, Austrian. He's not that great mentally. I think he'll falter in his years. Maybe he'll get better. Overall, he looks fine. But I just brought him in and he's free. No. And then I spent money on Kasper Dolberg because he's based in the French league and is a good player and fits our system, which is basically unchanged, other than in the past 2 games we've changed from the false nine to the complete forward because the striker wasn't. The problem with the false nine is unless you have a really good false nine, they will literally just become another sort of playmaker in midfield. Whereas we've changed to complete forward on support, which means it does all the bits of dropping back of a deep lying forward, but still gets involved in the goals. And for that, we've got players who can play that role in abundance. Kasper Dolberg we brought in. Thuram, as well as playing on the left as an inside forward, can feature as a complete forward up front if needs be, and he's got the physical attributes to just get in the way of everybody. And they've also got, obviously, Fa, as we're going to call him, Yadfa, we're training him to play the complete forward. He needs to work on his physical attributes for me. Otherwise, technically and mentally, he's really quite good. His determination's on the way up because nobody should have 5 determination. I don't care if Zealand says it doesn't matter. I think it should. Lewis Muriel can also play complete forward up front. So, options up front. We've still got a massive squad, even though we sent players out on loan. Still a huge squad. You notice that not much has changed. I played Gangyon. I still don't know how to say that properly. Apologies. If you know how to say it, put it in the comments. Also, subscribe if you're new here. Threw that in. Did you see it coming? No. Like it. Good. Surprise like. Bam. Good. We're here. We're doing it. Gangyon playing the last game because I hadn't started him. And I thought, he's right-footed and he's very strong. And he played very well in that game. So this is just his report. In his form, he got a 7.2 against Rennes. So not the hardest opponent, but I'm basically trying to find the ideal partner for Diallo. And I think Gangyon, with that strength, he's not as much as an aerial threat as Pablo Mari. But Pablo Mari is left. We have an issue where we have too many left-footed centre-backs, which isn't an issue most people have. But Diallo, Mari, and my signing Parola, all left-footed centre-backs. Parola, by the way, my friend who watches this series said he didn't rate him. So, lot on you now, Lorenzo, to teach that man a lesson. He avoids using his weaker foot, so playing on the right-hand side is probably stupid. In terms of his form, he did well in the first 3 matches that he played, and then against Nims, I took him off in the 70th to 72nd minute because he was performing badly. So that's going well. I think I'll start Gangyon today. So that's a spoiler. If you were looking forward to the lineup being revealed, it's probably going to be this, to be honest. Although Kieran Tierney has been rotating a lot. Ait Nouri, I feel bad for because he's 22. He really needs to get game time to actually, improve. And I played him once and he got a 6.7. He was fine. But because Kieran Tierney, maybe I shouldn't have bought Kieran Tierney. Although he's an upgrade really for me. He's 26. He's coming into his prime. He's Scottish. I've clicked on Moyme because Moyme's fun. But yes, Kieran Tierney and Paul Castro are rotating because Paul Castro is, he's just been playing first team football and doing very well as well. So what are you going to do? He is apparently, like I said previously, a ball playing defender, but jumping reach and vision need to be improved on if he's going to do that and most of his other technical defensive attributes, which is why I think he's more suited to being a left back. We went through the team last time, so I don't know why I'm telling you all of this. You already know. Here's the team for today. Who are we playing today? We're playing Amiens and Lille. We went through this, didn't we? I did. I've just been talking for a good number of minutes, and you're probably bored of hearing it. So let's have a look today. And Babu is in the side after an injury. Kepa, who you probably all laughed at last time, is actually improving and is still regarded as a world-class goalkeeper and has been doing very well, 7s and above most games. Occasionally has a slip-up, but it's good that he's not like 4 games on 6.6 and then 1 game on a 7. It's 4 games on a 7 and then 1 game on 6.6. So we just take them as they come. He's a good goalkeeper, in my opinion, for this level and this league, and they think he's world class. So Kepa in goal, Mbabu, Gangyon, Diallo and Tierney at the back today. Bruno Gomes, the defensive playmaker. Paqueta and Aouar, the Mazalas on attack. Vinny Jr. and Trincao start either side of Dolberg up front. One more thing to note, Trincao is an absolute madman. I don't know what I do. I just have this effect on right wingers where I make them into the best player on the side. He scored 7 and 7 with 2 assists, 3 player of the match. He's amazing. I love this man already. He's my favourite. He's my favourite. Don't tell the others, but he's my favourite. Apart from Paul Castro. Okay, I have too many favourites. I'm going to stop talking. Let's go play the match against Amiens. Here's the Amiens side. They're all players that exist. If you recognise any of them, good for you. I'm not that familiar with most of the French league, apart from the big teams, which is why we're here at Lyon. Steven Rochelle, maybe, is very unhappy that I'm starting Cagnon for a second game in a row, even though he's did really well in the last game. I guess he didn't watch. Awar is already motivated, so I love that. Let's pump the fists, and I fully expect you to keep the run going that we're on, of winning, not the draw, the wins. Keep doing that. There's some faith. Let's go to the tunnel. Let's send the assistant, who will probably say something absolutely ridiculous, because as we all know, assistant managers love flogging players that you're not prepared to sell. They get asked, oh, would you consider the interest from Real Madrid on your star player? And they're like, yes, I think we would be interested in entering talks and, you know, selling him for a cut price. And no, assistant manager, stop. This is why you're called the arse man, because you talk absolute arse. Let's kick off the match. That's the first highlight of the game. I was just about to do a shout because nothing has happened for 20 minutes. It appears they're on the ball. They've crossed it in. We've cleared it. Vinny Jr. can break from here. And here we go. This is... Well, usually we don't break, but Trincao gets the ball. It's a formality from here that he just slots it in the back of the net. Trincao, Vinny Jr. with the assist. Vinny Jr.'s been a bit inconsistent at the start of the season, so lovely to see him get an assist and improve his overall rating. But I was trying to tell you about the sort of shape. We've got the 4-3-2 shape on the break, which is good to see. But overall, what seems to happen is that the deep line playmaker sits back and sort of gets balls when there's no other options, so he's an out ball. They're playing a 4-3-3 as well. But yeah, the Mazzalas pick up pockets of space and just cause all sorts of mischief, especially with the quality of Paquetá and Huala. They cause all sorts of mischief, and then the inside forwards are just running in between the fullbacks and centre-backs, pulling them apart, and the forward just does whatever he needs to do to be involved. As we've got another highlight here, it's Kieran Tierney with a throw-in. I haven't turned off long throws even though they've been nerfed. Still a mistake on my part, although it wasn't that bad a delivery. Kieran Tierney gets another go, gets into Trincao, and that's just over the bar, off the head of Trincao. Another long throw for Kieran Tierney. Another good delivery. Vinny Jr. with a knockover, and I thought for a second that was actually going to be a good long throw. Have they nerfed? Are they unnerfed long throws a bit again? Because again, I referred to Zealand so much, but again, his video explaining what they've nerfed on long throws was informative and well put together, as most of his products content is. Into Dolberg, sitting in that space, just trying to cause all sorts of mischief. And that's a lovely pass by Vinny Jr. into Trincao, who's just off the post. We'll gain one for that far post. The keeper is not enjoying that today. I'm going to encourage the team as we head towards half time. And Barbu's going to have a long throw. I don't know if he could take them very well, but he does. Trincao gets a knock on, and Dicker. That's probably not how you say that, because otherwise people would make more fun of it. They wouldn't, because he's probably a respected athlete and footballer. Like Rod Fanny was a really good footballer and respected athlete. Nobody took the mick out of his name because of that. Corner. We scored a lot of goals from corners. Diallo loves to get up for them. There he is. Gagnon, as I said before, not as big an aerial threat as Pablo Mari, but Pablo Mari hasn't really been a threat so far. Trincao will go for another shot. One of his traits is he likes to take long shots, so that was closer than he usually likes to shoot, I guess. So far, we've dominated the game. Only one goal in it, though, so don't let the job be done. Guard against complacency. I'm going to give a bit more faith just to turn Diallo's mood around, because he was, for some reason, nervous, even though he's doing fine. He's doing great. I love Diallo. He's a lovely, lovely lad. He does wonderful things for us in that back line. Away we go. It's another throw-in. Tierney towards the box, but it's come back out to Tierney again. Tierney with a cross this time. Trincao's there, and Trincao with a header this time. Gets another goal, 9th of the season for Trincao. Do we have another Leon Bailey on our hands here? But this time with goals rather than assists. Because Leon Bailey was an inverted winger on attack. This guy's an inside forward on attack. So he's just converting. I don't know what it is. I just have a thing with right wingers and making them the bosses of the teams. And especially we've got players like Awar and Paquetá in the team, but Trincao is taking all the plaudits at the minute. 2 goals in this game, 9th of the season in the league. I was going to say in all competitions, but this is the only competition until the cup starts in January. So Yeah, that's brilliant. Godos with a free kick, though. Let's not concede. Diallo with a brilliant, towering defensive header. It comes back out to Soquet, who's soaking wet, I imagine. Dolberg intercepts that. I think his name was Blin. I thought for a second it was Bin. Dolberg gets through and gets himself a goal as well. Since converting to the complete forward, I'll show you his form in a minute if I remember. But in the false nine, none of the strikers were really clicking. It just wasn't quite working with the system because they just weren't getting involved enough in the attacking phase. So the complete forward is the way to go, and Dolberg has been sensational since then. I really like Kasper Dolberg, obviously a wonder kid a few years ago when he was still at, was it Ajax or Feyenoord? I think it was a Dutch club, and then he moved to the French league with, I can't remember where I bought him from, Nice, Rennes, something like that, and he did well. He was playing in the team with Guri, but I chose him ahead of Guri due to Guri. If you do a report on him, at least in this universe, he's apparently inconsistent, whereas Dolberg has fairly consistent performances, which we're seeing. Uar into Paqueta, picking up those pockets of space, like I said, not afraid to drift out wide and get into the box as well. He goes for a shot, 3-0 still, as he misses that shot. But you can see here that we're performing well. I've been talking and it's now 75 minutes in, which means some players are tired. So Rosier's going to come on from Babu, who again, back from injury recently, probably a bit tired. Trincao is tired. He's on a hat-trick, so he might not like what I'm about to do. But I'm going to bring him off for Cueto, who's probably been asking for more game time. Apparently something's happening. I'm not sure. We should probably go and have a look. And then I'm also going to bring Fop on just to get him some game time. Dolberg's done a wonderful job, but I want to see what Fuck can do because I haven't actually started him since we've changed to the complete forward on support. I've tried Thuram, who had a few, like 20 minutes. I should probably, again, I need to start the other players to actually get a good measure of how well they're suited to the system. But I'm not willing to give up the form that we're on as well with Dolberg, Vidi Jr. and Trincao in the team. So it's difficult to find that right amount of rotation to experiment and see what other players are like. They still didn't get enough time to do it today. But overall, we've won 3-0. It was good. Well done, everybody. Individual team talk for Trincao, of course. Outstretch the arms and say, you're proud of your performance today. No, I'm just proud of your dominating performance today, mate. You just dominated, as you always do, as I've said. If you get injured, well, we've got lots of other players who can step in. Like I say, we've got a huge squad. So I told you that, well, it's not even Trincao who's angry, it's them. I felt that I wouldn't want him to be. Frank is a consummate professional, though, and knows the team is the most important thing. Hopefully he knows that. Everyone enjoyed his goal. It was a goal at the very top drawer, where I left it. It's just in there, top drawer. Close that, because that was probably loud and annoying for you. Anyway, we'll meet back for the next game, who I've forgotten who we're playing. It was Lille, wasn't it? It's Lille. We're playing Lille next. We'll meet back for Lille. Welcome back. After a few seconds, you're back. After a good while of clicking through all my loan reports, I'm back. Also, news. The youth and training facilities have both been upgraded. That was already happening before I got here. But it means that we maintain the best youth system in the country, and I've passed the club vision, and they're delighted with it. So clearly I'm the best manager in the league. I didn't do anything. I don't know how I did it. I don't know what. I just walk in and it happens, and I get praised for it. So I'll take it. As I said a second ago, we're playing Lille today, who are managed by, Espirito Santo. Of course they are. Why wouldn't Espirito Santo manage Lille? Right. The team today, I think we're going to keep it the same, aren't we? Are we? Maybe. Should I start Paul Castro? We're playing away, so I do need the best backline possible. And should I put Paul Castro on the bench ahead of Mari? I will. Yang Yong's going to keep his place in the side because he's impressed me in the last two games. Last game he did all right, but he's impressed me overall. Diallo, him seem to get on, so that's good. Rosier and Castro on the bench. Tierney and Castro can both play centre-back if we need to substitute them. Otherwise, the team's going to be the exact same because Lille away should be a tougher match than the last one you just saw. I can't even remember who we played. But the team, let's just run through it anyway. Kepa, Tierney, Diallo, Yang Yong, Mbabu, Bruno Gomes, Paqueta, Oar, Trincao, Vinny Jr. and Kasper Dolberg. Still not sure on most of those pronunciations, but we'll give it a go. The opposition instructions are on, the tactics are all good, everything's set up. Oh, and if you were wondering, this is what we're playing. Take a screenshot if you really want to try a 4-3-3, which you can do this at home. It's not impossible, unless you don't have the game, in which case it's very hard to do this because I'm playing. Let's go into the game. So here's the team. You may recognise some players. Bernard, currently of Everton. There's a man called Von Moose. I don't know if that's hair or chocolate mousse. And that was probably rude. That was very rude. Kenny Tete playing at centre-back by the looks of it, and Christian Ramirez. Dumfries as well. Some recognisable names in there. Timothy Weir on the bench. Earmarked as a future star for the USA national team as well. Let's point the finger, pick off where you left off, pump the fists, give the faith, pump the fists. You know the routine by now. I don't know if you said it or not, but I was hoping you'd say it. Send the assistant to that. I've done another press conference. I don't know if this is a thing, but it should be if it isn't, as we look at their Stengs as well, I recognise, played in the Dutch league for a while. If it should be a thing that the more press conferences you do, the quicker you pick up the language. I think that should be a feature that would encourage people to do press conferences, at least in clubs in countries where they don't speak the language. As in my manager, obviously English is the only language he speaks, picking up French as I go along. So, as in my manager is not me, I'm not learning French. I should learn a language. I would be much more cultured and intelligent, I guess. I'm going to encourage them early. Also, one thing to note, like we just saw Nuno Espirito Santos here, I've seen a lot of just players that were great at some point in their career hanging around in mid-table French clubs as Diallo goes close. For instance, you saw Karim Benzema. He's playing for Monaco, which is fine. He's old and likes money, and Monaco are old and like giving away money. Yang hits the bar there. Very well done with the aerial reach from him there. He's getting sharper each game as well, so it's good to see. Mbabu has been given a call up. I also said in the press that Trincao deserves a call up, and the Portuguese manager said, "I don't think he does. I think he's awful," which was rude. Here's Aouar. Well, that was a hit, Mr. Aouar, Mr. Hussem Aouar. That's how you pronounce. I'm just bad at pronunciations. I was bad at pronouncing like the English players. That's why I'm so happy with Paul Castro. It's difficult to get it wrong. Anyway, let's talk about the goal. Vinny Jr. goes for the ball over the top to Trincao, who's making that run again, and he just falls to Aouar, who again, like I said before, as a Mazzara attack, is just picking up that pocket of space on the edge of the area, and he just hits it first time. Wonderful shot, and we are in the lead with our first shot on target of the game. Keeps us in second place winning today. As there are some teams that are trying to keep up with us, Nantes and Saint Etienne, the two that I've noticed trying to keep up with us the most. Monaco are doing terribly, by the way, so that's fun. Marseille aren't too bad, but they're nowhere near our quality. As Trincao's got a free kick, goes for a shot. My goodness, Trincao is confident. He is a man in form, and he knows it. He knows he's got that stuff. Oh baby, he's got it. He's a Trincao. He's a... that doesn't rhyme with much. They are breaking as I sing the song. And Aouar, lovely professional foul. That's what I like to see. Just a yellow though, right? Yes, a yellow card. A goal on a yellow card for Aouar. Please don't get sent off. I'm going to encourage again. As I was saying about 5 minutes ago before I got distracted by everything, there's a lot of players around the league, like Benzema at Monaco. I can't remember which team it was, but I think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is hanging around a mid-table French club. So that's fun to see. Another club we played had Hugo Lloris in goal. So they were just hanging about as Trincao's going to on target, but not a goal this time. Still only 1-0, but we are away, so we thought this match will be a bit harder as we're going to press Calvin Stengs on the advice of our assistant manager, unless, of course, he asks to sell one of our players. Things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better. Pump the fists and hand out some more faith. Oh, the inspiration. Oh, look at it. The inspiration matches the perspiration in this dressing room. You are a sweaty boys. No manager has ever said that, and hopefully never will. As we go into the second half, I've done a lot of talking in this episode. A lot of it has been I want to say tactical. I don't know if you'd say tactical. Do you think it's been tactical? Dolberg hasn't done a lot in this game, so I am going to bring on Thuram. He's also picked up a little bit of a knock, but that's new. So apparently Trincão's also injured, but feels he can shake it off. I'm going to bring on Thuram because I think his physicality in the box can cause problems, and just they'll have to focus on him a lot when he's drifting around in the box, and it just opens up more room for Vinny Jr. and Trincão to cause problems. Marseille went 0 down after I said they're all right a minute ago. Guimaraes rating faltering, but I think that's just a thing with deep line playmakers. As Mbabu's going to take this, I'm guessing. He does. He lines up the long throw, which we seem to be doing all right. We seem to be delivering them into the area, and they seem to come back out if they don't go all the way into the area. Trincão across the box, Vinny Jr. close there, gear back out to Paqueta. Can we get another ball into the box? He does. This one doesn't come to anything, but it comes back out to us, and we just keep the pressure on. Like I say, pockets of space for the inside forwards, and Mazzala's always opening up. And Barbu apparently on a 6.5. Trincão a little bit low on energy. I really want another goal before we take anybody else off. As we go into the last 10 minutes, I'm demanding a bit more. Yeah, we should press Bernard as well. He's decent, as we've seen in flashes in his Everton career. They've changed to a formation which is strange. Can we score from this corner so I can make some more changes? Diallo? Oh, it's a good save by Magnan. Probably Magnan, maybe. Mbabu with a header forward to Yang Yong, who's still up there from the corner. He's got the attributes to be ball playing, so that's fine. Oh, it's a great ball into Thuram, and Thuram tucks it home. That was a good change. The only substitution I've made has resulted in a goal. Lovely stuff. Great ball into him as well. Perfectly weighted. It was, delicious. I'm not sure what the accent was. I'm very sorry to anybody who was offended by me saying delicious like that. Into Trincão. That is an assist for Trincão, and he is on fire. Thuram looking for a start, I guess, next game. Really enjoyed that goal myself. 88 minutes gone. Now I feel comfortable to make some changes. With both Vinny Jr. and Trincão looking tired, I think time for a double change. Vinny Jr. off for Marcus Thuram goes to the left-hand side, and Cueto comes on for Trincão. The entire front three has changed as we've got a free kick. For a second, I thought I was just going to come back to a penalty and be very annoyed and very angry. But as we go into extra time, not extra time, as in added time, injury time, you know what I mean. We've won the game. So, fantastic. 2 wins. You saw 2 wins today. After it went so badly on the first episode, because we had to play PSG, we got XG of exactly 2. We scored exactly 2. We had 20 shots, only 8 on target, but I won't hold it against them. Very happy. Well done, everybody. Individual team talks for nobody got above an 8. Okay, nobody deserves one then. I'll just ignore you all. And that leaves us in second place still, chasing. Paris Saint-Germain played earlier. They always seem to play a day earlier than everybody else. So whoever plays PSG gets to play a day earlier than everybody else and get beaten by PSG. Let's finish by looking at some PSG players because their players are too good. They're on international duty. They've got Eric Garcia, Coop Miners, Grimaldo. There's a lot of Sergio Roberto. They've got a very attacking team. Caio George is good. He's 21, Brazilian, and has just been scoring for fun in this league. Mbappe's still here, although he's wanted because, of course, Man City want him. I'm not sure why he's not in the starting lineup. I would definitely start him. Bernardo Silva, Neymar, they're all still here. All the lads, as they probably called. Kondogbia's here as well. You remember I tried to sign him several times for Newcastle. He's here chasing the money. He's probably not chasing the money. He's probably chasing a good game. But there you go. I just probably, again, insulted him. I'm insulting a lot of people in the French league. Espirito Santos disappointed at focusing on Diallo rather than Lyon. Yeah, he pointed out that Diallo was our best player, and the press pointed it out, and I said he was just pointing out the obvious, and then we beat them. So it made me laugh. 8 unbeaten now, and that's where we're going to end today's episode. 8 unbeaten, keeping up the pace in second place. Well, is that the new rhyme for the series? Good. Keeping up the pace in second place. When shall we meet back? I feel like maybe a Nice-Marseille. It's very soon, but Nice and Marseille are probably 19th and 5th. Okay, it's not that big a deal then. Maybe we should wait until December when we play Brest and Troyes. Troyes famously not a great team in this league, or Lorient. We'll meet back around here, end of November, start of December, maybe a Marseille-Brest. Don't take that out of context. Yeah, we'll do that. Until then, like I said earlier, subscribe, like, throw some comments, tell me what you think of the system, the players that you're enjoying so far, everything like that. And if you thought the graphic was absolutely rubbish and I need to do better with my Photoshop skills, a note for the end of the video as well. If you notice there's not as many uploads, like a few weeks ago I was smashing out Wednesdays and Fridays every week. For the next month or so it may drop to just Fridays, just because I'm currently doing a university course, which is fun. It is actually. And see, lots of things are due, the final things are due in the next month and a half latest. So I'll be working on that a lot more, trying to balance it with Football Manager playing as much as I would like to play a lot of Football Manager. I'm trying to manage it. So if you notice there's less videos than 2 a week, apologies, but I will strive to make sure there is at least 1 video every Friday for you. So be here or be at least a bit near. Keep up the pace in second place. See you next time.